ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Let us read the first verse, page 7. अर्जुन उवाच मदनुग्रहाय परमं गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितं यत्त्वयोक्तं वचस्तेन मोहोऽयं विगतो मम Madanugrahaya, in order to bless me, for doing anugraha out of total compassion towards me, to bless me, paramam guhyam adhyatma sangitam yat tvaya vachaha uktam, those words that you have said, and for the words or the statements or the teaching that Lord Krishna has imparted. Arjuna uses many adjectives. So what Lord Krishna has taught to Arjuna so far in these 10 chapters, Arjuna describes paramam guhyam adhyatma sangitam vachaha. The words, these are paramam. First of all, adhyatma sangitam. Adhyatma sangitam, that which is called adhyatma. Sangya means name. So that which is called adhyatma. Adhyatma. So Adhi and Atma, when you add this, becomes Adhyatma. Adhi shows a location or locus. So Atma, the self is the locus of which is called Adhyatma. So Adhyatma means that knowledge here of which Atma, the self, is the subject matter. Adhyatma. It is Paramam. This Vachaha, the words are Paramam. Paramam means most exalted. So greatest, Paramam. Why is it Paramam means limitless as a matter of fact. Or Paramam also means most exalted. Oh Lord, these words are most exalted because listening to them and gaining the knowledge based on the Upadesha that you have given becomes a means so that these words impart a knowledge. These words are the means of knowledge, and therefore the knowledge that is imparted through these words is a means of attainment of Paramam, the limitless. Therefore these words are also called Paramam. In fact, these words convey the knowledge, which knowledge is the means of attainment of Paramam, the limitless in our life. Since the teaching that is imparted through this word is the means of attainment of Parama Purushartha, the ultimate goal of life. Therefore, Lord, your words are also Paramam, your words are also most exalted. This most exalted. So the Paramatvam or exaltedness of the words is not determined by the words themselves, but by what is conveyed through the words. Because Lord Krishna is not using flowery language and things like that. So what is so wonderful about the words of Lord Krishna? It is not the words, but it is what is conveyed through the words, namely the knowledge. It is the knowledge which is Paramam, knowledge that is most exalted. Why is it so? Because it is the means of attainment of that which is the most exalted in our life. And what is that? Liberal freedom. Moksha or the freedom. So freedom from every form of limitation. Gushyam, also Vishyam Gopaniyam, something that is, Gushyam is a secret. So Lord Krishna seems to be fond of using this word again and again, Gushyam. In many places Lord Krishna has used this word. Gushyam means that which is Gopaniyam, to be hidden. And therefore it is interpreted as secret. Because secret is that, or something most precious is that which you always want to hide. It is not to be shown just to anybody and everybody. And similarly also, this knowledge is not imparted to anybody and everybody, it is imparted only to those who are deserving ones, so those who deserve. So Lord, this is your anugraha. What is anugraha? What is your krupa? So what is your blessing to me? Is that you imparted to me this most exalted knowledge, which is the greatest secret, and I don't think that I really deserve it. So Arjuna recognizes that he has been the recipient of the anugraha of the grace of the Lord all along. It is not that I am really competent to gain this knowledge, or even I am not qualified even to receive this knowledge from you because I don't have those qualifications. It is purely by your grace that you imparted this teaching to me. And grace of Lord Krishna in the life of Arjuna is very evident even in Bhagavad Gītā itself. As I said that Lord Krishna accepted to become the charioteer of Arjuna. What a grace it is. Lord Krishna himself is not only the Lord of the 14 worlds, but of course he is even the Lord of Dwarika. Even in the worldly sense also, he is a great man. And for him to become charioteer of Arjuna, so even then he says, surely Arjuna, I will do that. And right in the first chapter, Arjuna asks Lord, Senayor bhayor madhye rasam sthapayamechyuta. He Achyuta, O Lord, place my chariot between the two armies. He commands. All right? Then Lord Krishna doesn't say, who are you to tell me? Do you know who I am? How can I ask me to place it? How can I ask me to do something? No. When he's taken up the job of charioteer, he lives by that job. And so he accepts the role of a servant. Arjuna is a master. Place my chariot between the two armies? Yes, sir. The chariot is placed. And this is what we are told also in Mahabharata, that Lord Krishna properly fulfilled the role of a charioteer. That at the end of the day, when they will go back to their camp, when the horses will release from the chariot, then Lord Krishna will wash them, will serve them, do everything that a charioteer does. Not that he had a line of servants to do this, he himself did it. And that shows his greatness, of course. Because a great person is that which has no difficulty in bending down. As we were saying the other day, that when Yudhishthira performed a great yaga called Rajasu Yajna, people asked for different duties, volunteer work. So because a huge project was there, and so thousands of people were going to be invited and there will be a big feast. And what is the job that Lord Krishna offered to do? To collect all the leaf plates after the people have finished their meals. So lowliest of the low job. He is highest of the high. And accepts the lowliest of the low job because he has no difficulty at all. That shows the freedom, the ability or the freedom to do anything. Anyway, and all along Bhagavad Gītā also we can see what a wonderful relationship Lord Krishna and Arjuna enjoy. It's a very beautiful relationship, of course, that obtains between the teacher and the student. Here Lord Krishna himself says, Bhaktosime sakhacheti rahasyam hetu uttamam. Here Arjuna, I have imparted this great secret because you are my friend as well as a devotee. In the beginning of 10th chapter, Lord Krishna says, Bhuya eva mahabaho shrunme paramam vachaha. Here Arjuna, again listen to these exalted words of mine. Again, he volunteers. So the 10th chapter opens with a statement of Lord Krishna. It is not in response to Arjuna's request or Arjuna's question. Lord Krishna himself volunteers with the 10th discourse. Why is it so? Tatteham priyamanaya. Because Arjuna, I find that you are really pleased listening to my words. You are listening to my words as though you are drinking nectar. I can see the joy on your face, and therefore I'll further tell you about this most exalted knowledge. So Lord Krishna is mighty pleased with Arjuna. And of course Arjuna is, no question, pleased with Lord Krishna. As we said earlier in the 10th chapter also, Arjuna says, O Lord, vistarena atmano yogam vibhutim chijanardana bhuyah kasaya. O Lord, please again describe in detail your glories and your yoga. Describe in detail. So look at Arjuna. He has forgotten that he is sitting in the midst of the battlefield. And he is asking Lord Krishna to describe the glories in detail. Arjuna, do you realize that all these fellows are waiting for us to finish this dialogue so that the battle can start? And here, but Arjuna forgot. But Arjuna has been describing my glories all along. Bhuyah katha. Please tell me again. Why? Shrunvato nasti me mrutam truptihi nasti. Lord, listening to your words which are like nectar, I just don't seem to be satisfied at all. Listening to your words which are showering the nectar, I keep on drinking that through my ears. And I'm just not satisfied at all. Therefore, please say again and again, describe in detail. Now, this is the kind of disciple which teacher will not be pleased with him, That's all. And so, Here also Arjuna says, I can see, Lord, that all along this has been your grace, that you gave me this most exalted Adhyatma Sangeetam, most exalted knowledge called Adhyatma, of which the subject matter is Atma, subject matter is the self. This is how Lord Krishna started the teaching in the second chapter. By what we call Atma, Anatma Viveka, a discrimination between or discernment, separation between the self and the non-self. Because to take the non-self to be the self, this is called mutual superimposition, where the non-self is taken to the self, and the quality of one are superimposed upon the other. This is a phenomenon that is going on. This is called moha. And this is how the necessity of the teaching of Bhagavad Gītā takes place, is there is moha. Moha means delusion. And that gives rise to shoka or grief. So Shankaracharya explains, right in the beginning of the introduction of Bhagavad Gītā, that the purpose of the teaching of Bhagavad Gītā is to remove grief. The shoka or the grief is a basic human problem, and the Bhagavad Gītā addresses itself to this human problem of grief. But the grief is a result of something. It is caused by something. And only when we remove the cause, then the effect will go. All the time we are also trying to remove our grief anyway. All that we do constantly is nothing but attempting to remove our grief. Which grief alone manifests as sadness, and sometimes anger, sometimes jealousy, sometimes depression, sometimes frustration. All of these are nothing but manifestations of grief. So human being is grieving, and all along whatever we are trying to do is an attempt to become free from this grief. Except it doesn't seem to work out. The very attempt to become free from the grief seems to land me in further grief, looks like. And therefore, this grief or shoka is compared to an ocean, which is just shoreless. And I keep on just swimming and flying, but there's no end at all, there is no other shore. Similarly also, attempts that human being makes to become free from grief seems to increase the grief or doesn't at least get rid of it. So what is necessary is you must understand what is the cause of this grief. And here it is diagnosed. The cause of grief is shoka or moha. Moha is the delusion. What is delusion? Taking one thing to be the other. Or perceiving something which is not there is called moha. However you want to translate this word moha. What do you translate? Delusion or this or whatever. But moha means seeing something where it is not. That's all. Superimposing something where it is not. The stock example is rope snakes. Seeing a snake where in fact there is a rope. This is called moha. Similarly also, seeing unhappiness where it is not. Seeing limitation where it is not. Seeing bondage where it is not. Where do I see bondage? Where do I see limitation? Where do I see unhappiness? In the self, where it is not. And also, seeing happiness where it is not again. So where unhappiness is not in the self, I see unhappiness. And where happiness is not in the non-self, I see happiness. This will be elaborated by Swamiji. He started discussion of happiness, etc. But this is moha. What is non-self is taken to be self. This body is not myself. Body is very much drishya, an object of perception. And therefore I perceive or I am aware of this body as much as I am aware of anything else outside me. And as this morning Swami said that nobody takes this flower to be I. This is a beautiful flower. I enjoy it. But I never say that I am the flower. Because that distinction between the object and subject is very clear to me. And where the distinction is clear, there is no problem. Unfortunately, when it comes to this body, that distinction seems to get blurred, and even though this body also is as much an object of my awareness as this flower is, and still somehow when it comes to this body, rather than understanding this body as an object of knowledge, I take it to be I. This is called moha. Superimposing selfness upon the non-self. Superimposing snakeness upon the rope, whereas snakeness is not. In the rope, there is not even a trace of snakeness. Superimposing snakeness upon that in which there is not even a trace of snakeness. Similarly also, superimposing selfness upon that which is not self. There is nobody's fault. This is what is happening to everybody. It's not our fault. This is what everybody is born with. And this is going on from the time beginningless. And therefore, it is nobody's fault that we have this. We are born. Everybody is born to take his body as a self. The mind is a self. And then there is fear, and that is coming the fear of death. Naturally it's going to be there. Because there is love for life. There is love for existence. Because existence is knowledge of the self, and therefore the love for the self is natural. Everybody love for the self is natural. And self is self-existence. Therefore, love for immortality is natural. So this chit or awareness or knowledge, love for knowledge is natural. So this ananda, happiness, love for happiness is natural. There is love existence. And therefore I cannot stand the prospect of my existence being wiped out. I cannot accept it. And then there is a fear, wherever there is a possibility that my existence will be wiped out. That there is love for happiness, wherever there is a prospect of unhappiness, I am not happy. And wherever there is ignorance or stupidity, I like knowledge, I want to be wise. I do not want to be stupid or fool. So wherever I feel that I appear as a fool, many people hesitate to ask questions in the satsang also. Because I don't know how my question will be, Swamiji, And so how will people judge me? Oh, this fellow is asking such a stupid question. I do not want to appear as a stupid person or as a foolish person, because there is a natural love for wisdom. It's natural. And therefore, identification of the body gives rise to fear of death. Identification of the intellect gives rise to the prospect of my being ignorant or stupid. Identification of the mind gives rise to prospect of my being unhappy. So this is what causes grief. That is shoka, or grief. Grief is caused because of fear, insecurity, smallness, ignorance. Asocyan and Vasojastvam, therefore, and Arjuna was grieving. It's a human problem. So in fact, Bhagavad Gītā addresses not only the problem of Arjuna, it addresses the problem of human being. Grief is the problem of every human being. But Swamiji is trying to tell us that the animals don't identify with the body. They do. But they're not sensitive enough to grief. Grief also requires sensitivity, really. If you are not sensitive, there will be no grief. Human being is a very evolved being, and therefore is very sensitive, very self-conscious about the sense of limitation. That's the reason why he's grieving. Animals are also very limited, no doubt about that, but they're not conscious about it. So anyway, therefore, the Adhyatmam, Lord Krishna began the teaching by showing to Arjuna, Ashocyan, Anvasojastvam. Hey Arjuna, there is no reason for grief at all. There is no reason for grief. Because if you knew what you are, there would have been no reason for grief at all. Agatasumsya nāna shochanti panditaha. The wise are those who never grieve. Not that they are insensitive. Sometimes when you listen to the description of a wise person, it looks as though he become insensitive. He remains equipoised in the situation of pain and pleasure. That means he doesn't feel anything or what? It's not so. Or when you say that the wise people never grieve, is it that they are insensitive? No. But then they perceive something more than we do. And therefore they realize that even when the body dies, the self does not die. When the body is born, the self is not born. Nayam hantin hanyate. And Lord Krishna says, hey Arjuna, Atma is akarta, abhokta. He is a non-doer, non-enjoyer. Yeyanam veti hantaram, yasyenam manyate hatam, ubhautavana vijanitaha, nayam hantin hanyate. The one who takes the self to be a killer, another one who takes the self to be killed. Both of them do not know, because the self neither kills nor is killed. Meaning self does not perform an action, nor does it become an object of action. He is neither villain nor a victim. I never become a victim of somebody's action. The self does not become the victim of anybody's action, nor is a villain of any action also. Nayam hanti dhanyate. There is no kartrutva, no bhoktrutva, no doership, no enjoyership. And therefore, there is no possibility of any hurt or guilt. So this is what Lord Krishna elaborately says. That Atma, the self, is changeless, free from any modifications. And kartrutva, bhoktrutva, doership, enjoyership, these are all modifications. Self is free from all of them. And when you know the self as such, there is no question of any grief. So yat prayoktam vachaha. O Lord, all these vachaha, this upadesha, the teaching that you imparted, all Arjuna, I did all of this. Did that do anything to you? Lord Krishna says that I imparted a teaching in the first 6 chapters about the nature of the self. Did it do something to you? Arjuna acknowledges, yes Lord, it has done something to me. What has it done to you? Mohoyam vigato mama. My delusion is gone. So Arjuna here acknowledges that as a result of your teaching, now my delusion is gone. I no more take myself to a doer or enjoyer. At least I know the self is neither doer nor enjoyer. So in this verse, Arjuna summarized the teaching of the first 6 chapters of Gītā. The second verse, Arjuna summarizes the teaching of or says in one verse the teaching that he has received from Lord Krishna in the chapters 7 to 10. So Arjuna continues in the second verse. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam Shrutau vistarasho maya Tvattah kamalapatraksha Mahatmyam avichavyayam Bhavapyau hi bhutanam Shrutau vistarasha maya. Again, indeed, bhava and apyaya. Bhava means creation, apyaya, dissolution. Bhavapyaya hi bhutanam, the creation and dissolution of bhutanam, of the things of the world. Maya vistarasha shrutau, I have listened to them, heard by me in great detail. O Lord Krishna, I have heard that you describe in great detail the creation and dissolution of the whole, of all the beings, of the whole universe. That's what Lord Krishna said. Where? Tvattaha means from you. So Maya Shrutau, O Lord, from you I have heard about the creation and dissolution of all the beings, means the whole universe. And Tvattaha, so the creation and dissolution is from whom? From you. So Tvattaha means from you, that from you applies in 2 cases. From you I have heard that from you there is creation and dissolution. So Lord Krishna, you have told me that the universe is created from you, the universe is sustained by you, the universe ultimately dissolves back into you. So that's what Lord Krishna said. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattas sarvam pravadave. Hey Arjuna, I am the origin of everything. And everything is ultimately, I am the intelligence behind everything. Arjuna, in 7th chapter, Lord Krishna also said, Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Hey Arjuna, there is nothing in the universe other than me. Aham krishnasya jagadaha prabhavaha pralayasthata. I am the one that is the source of the entire creation. I am the one into whom the entire creation resolves back. Other than me, there is nothing. I am the material cause of the universe. I am the efficient cause of the universe. I am both the material and the efficient cause. I am both the creator and the creation. I am everything. This non-duality of the Lord has been revealed from the 7th to the 10th chapter. Vistarashaha in great detail. In 7th chapter also it is described. In 9th chapter also it is further described in detail. So Vistarashaha. So you are so kind. And Lord Krishna is very kind also, as a teacher is supposed to be. There is a repetition. Sometimes people have a problem. So Swamiji, in Bhagavad Gītā, Lord Krishna seems to repeat certain things again and again, but that is not. So repetition is supposed to be one of the defects. If you keep on saying the same thing again and again, that is considered a defect. But not so when it comes to teaching, because Lord Krishna is concerned that the student must actually grasp what is being said. And therefore, whenever a topic requires to be elaborated again and again, the teacher has no difficulty or no hesitation in repeating also. Sometimes the same words are repeated, sometimes the same theme is repeated. So, Vistarasha, in great detail you describe the creation, sustenance, dissolution of the universe. You have described also, Lord, how you are the creation, how you are the creator, how you are the material, how you are the intelligence, How you are what is sentient, you are the insentient. You are the subject, you are the object. You are everything. The object also is God, subject also is God, and the one that is beyond subject and object also is God. So all this is said in the 9th chapter. When we say object and subject both are God, that means that God is immanent. When we say that it's beyond object and subject, He is transcendent. So immanent also is, transcendent also is. He is one without a second. There is nothing other than Him. As we said yesterday, that He ultimately reduces to I. That Saha becomes Aham. So Soham, what is in the beginning He, ultimately is discovered to be nothing but I. Tvattah Kamal Patraksha. Arjuna addresses Lord Krishna as Kamal Patraksha, one whose eyes are like the lotus petal. So this is a style in India to describe the beauty. So lotus petal is very beautiful and eyes are compared to lotus petal. And why lotus petal? Because lotus petal is red in the corners. So therefore Lord Krishna's eyes are large, like lotus petal with redness in the corner. This is supposed to be that pointing out the beauty. So pointing out how beautiful you are. And also, eyes are those which shower compassion and grace. And so your large eyes showering grace and compassion, and these beautiful eyes, O Lord, you are not only beautiful, but also graceful and compassionate. Mahatma Vichavyam, and also I listen from you. Mahatma Vichavyam Shrutam, the perennial glory also was heard from you. Mahatmyam. Avyam Mahatmyam, your perennial glory, that also I heard from you. So Lord Krishna describes His glories also. He has no hesitation in saying that I am everything. The whole world is strung in me. Understand, Arjuna, I am the taste in water. I am the fragrance in the earth. I am the heat in the fire. I am the light in the sun. I am everything. He is the whole. See how wonderful His glories are. All the elements is the space, air, fire, water and earth. And His different powers are manifest in these different elements. If the earth possesses the Shakti of the power, that is called Dharani Shakti, that sustains everything. Earth manifests the Shakti, the power of the Lord, that is the sustaining power of the Lord. Water also has a power. What does water do? Quenches the thirst. That's called Apyayani Shakti. The quenching power of the Lord is manifest in water. And then fire also has a power. Is what? Illuminating power of the Lord is manifest in fire. The air also has a power. And what is that? The life-sustaining power of the Lord is manifest in the air. And space also has a power. And what is that? The accommodating power of the Lord is manifest in the space. Thus the universe constantly manifests, everything really manifests, nothing but the different powers and the beauty of the Lord. So Avyayam Mahatmyam, in this manner, O Lord, you also describe your greatness, perennial glory. Lord Krishna says, I am the creator of the whole universe and still I am not. That's most amazing. In one sentence Lord Krishna would say, Chaturvanyam maya sustam guna karma bhagashaha tasya kartaram vidhi avyam akartaram. Here Arjuna, I created this whole world consisting of different kinds of human beings. Know me to be the creator and know that I have not created. So this is the glory. Real glory is what? That in spite of appearing to create, in fact you do not create anything. In spite of appearing to do everything, in fact you do not do anything. So Lord Krishna says, Namam karma limbandi name karma phalespuha. Arjuna, look, I am doing these actions of creation, sustenance and dissolution. Oh Lord, when you create a world like this, where there is so much unhappiness and pain and adharma and whatnot, so you have created this universe having so much diversity and disparity, that means that you will be stuck with all kinds of worship. Says, no, in spite of having created the world, I am not bound at all, because even though I appear to create, in fact I don't create. Even though I appear to do things, I don't do. Even though I appear to be born, I am not born. But Lord, you are the one who gives the results of all the actions to people. That means that you punish some people and you favor some other people, and therefore you are partial, you are cruel. Says, no, I am neither partial nor cruel. Even though he appears to be punishing, Looks like, sometimes in India particularly we say that when somebody is having pain, etc., he says, this is all your prarabdha. You have, this is all your karma. People feel also, this is all my karma, Swamiji, this is my, karma in the past, that all this is happening to me. Or sometimes we ask this question, but Swamiji, my mother has lived such a pious life, and then why should she suffer? What for is she being punished? So it looks like sometimes God is punishing people. So I never punish anybody, Lord Krishna says. And Lord used to be favoring some people. I don't favor them also. So even though appearing to be punishing and favoring, there is no favor, there is no punishment. So this is a real secret. And this is what you understand about God. Because if you don't understand this, if you say that Lord is the creator and sustainer and dissolver, then Lord will have a lot of problems. Why should he create, Swami, why should he create a world like this? And when we say that he is the dispenser of the result of action, then does it mean that Lord punishes the people, Swami, for whatever mistakes they have committed? And he is supposed to be the witness of all the actions. But then Lord Swami, if you say that he is witnessing all the actions, how does he allow actions of shooting and killing, how does he allow them to take place? So if you understand Lord merely the creator and sustainer or dissolver, all kinds of problems are going to be there. But then Lord Krishna says, I appear to do all of this, but in fact I don't do. Means that all of this is mithya. All of this is more like a play rather than a reality. So unless we understand the reality of what is happening, these questions will always bother us and we will have a lot of problems with God. Therefore in all these chapters, Lord Krishna is very elaborately shown that how he is akarta, he is a non-doer in spite of appearing to do. Of course another thing is that, which has also been said a number of times in the past, that how come, Swamiji, that God does not stop people from shooting at other people? Because one who is shooting also is God, and the one who is shot at also is God. That being the case, he is substratum of all this play, like in a play or in a movie. Shooting, etc. is all play, similarly also. This is mithya, but this is all of that Lord Krishna said, what is the reality of the world and what is the reality of himself, what's the relationship. All of this, Lord, I have heard from you. And basically, I have heard from you that you are everything. So in these two verses, Arjuna says in brief what he has heard from Lord Krishna. This is a preface to what he wants to say in the third verse. As he said, the whole purpose of starting Arjuna's statement in the beginning of 11th chapter is he wants to see the cosmic form of the Lord. But before making that request, he prepares the background in the first two verses, and now. So Lord Krishna may ask him, all right, I have said all of this. I am the creator and I am still not the creator, I am doing everything and still not. What do you think about this, Arjuna? I have said all of this, what do you think about it? Do you have some opinion about the veracity of what I have said? Arjuna says, Lord, I have no question at all. So third verse he says, evametadyathāttvaṃ ātmānam parameshvara drashtamicchāmi te rūpam aishvaram purushottama. Evam evaitad yathatvam athatmanam. Hey Parameshwara, O Lord, yathatvam atmanam atha. In whichever way you are describing yourself, evam eva, that is indeed so. So Arjuna confirms, there are no question at all, no question at all in what you are saying. I have total confidence. So Arjuna expresses Shraddha, that yes, I have total confidence in what you are saying. I have no doubt at all. And this was said in this 10th chapter also. Sarameta dhrutam manye yanmam vadasi Keshava. Hey Keshava, Lord, I accept that, I understand that whatever you say is indeed true. Again Arjuna says, whatever you say is indeed true. just as you've been telling about yourself, so that is true. I accept it. Okay, so let us stop it here. So I have said all of this, you understood it now, and you have no doubt about what all I am saying, and therefore everything is fine. But Arjuna says, that is okay. But still, drashtum ichchami, I still desire. Desire what? Drashtum ichchami, desire to see. Te rupam, O Lord, I desire to see your form. So, see, when we desire to see, that means we have some question about what they are telling. Sometimes you say, you know what is in my fist here? I have a diamond here. Let me see. So when you say, let me see, that means that there is a question. I have a doubt in what you are saying. Then alone I will ask, to demonstrate. See, second line Arjuna says, drashtum ichchami te rupam. I desire to see that cosmic form. I desire to see that form. You say that you are the self of all. You are the universal self, and you are the one who sustains the whole universe. This is what you say. I want to see that. That means that you are doubting what I say? No, not because I am doubting you. Therefore in the first line he clarifies, I have no doubt in what you say. Evam eva, etat yatha tvam atma-atmanam, he Parameshwara. You are Parameshwara. Ishvara means the Lord. Parameshwara is the most exalted Lord, Lord of all the Lords, the Supreme Lord. And therefore, I have no doubt at all. So this is most wonderful. When the student or the disciple has no doubt, that is called Shraddha. That is called Shraddha, or the implicit faith or the trust in the words of the teacher and the words of the scripture. So Arjuna enjoys a perfect relationship with Lord Krishna here. It's not always so. It's not that we are always able to trust everything that the teacher says. Questions arise in our mind. Wait a minute. Yeah, my Swamiji, 6 months ago you said this, and yesterday you said this, and today you are saying this, and things like that. We may have questions. Arjuna here declares or reveals this total Shraddha, that no, I have no doubt at all in what you are saying, and still I want to see. It is not that I request you to show me your cosmic form because I have doubt in what you are saying, but on account of what you are saying. Because of what you said, therefore now I'm so anxious, so desirous, so eager now to see that form. I just can't wait. So because of what you have described, not questioning what you said, but on account of what you said, that you are sustaining the whole universe in yourself, that you are the self of all, and therefore I'm eager to see that form. That I want to be further fulfilled by seeing that form. That's it. I'm quite fulfilled. Mohoyam vigato mano. I'm quite fulfilled even by the teaching that you imparted, but I'll be further fulfilled if you show that cosmic form to me. Drashtum ichchami te rupam aishwaram. What rupam? Lord Krishna will say, you're looking at me. What do you want? I'm right in front of you. I want to see your form. I'm right here. Says, no, aishwaram rupam. Ishwariyam rupam. I want to say that aishwaram rupam. So, Rupa, your form is the Lord. Here you are before me in the form of a charioteer, in the form of a friend, in the form of a human being. And of course, Lord obtains in many of the forms also, like Chaturbuja, having 4 arms. Even that form also is not adequate. I want to see your form as a Lord, which many reveals what? Jnana. We were yesterday told about the 6 Bhagavan, one who possesses all of these in absolute measure. Jnana, Aishwarya, Shakti, Bala, Virya, Tejaha. That form which reveals the total knowledge, the total overlordship of sovereignty, the total power, total strength, total valor. So total beauty, that is what I want to see. Not more than beauty, he wants to see the power and the valor and the formidability of the Lord and the strength. So that form of yours I want to see. Krutarthi bhubhushaya, then so that I will get fulfilled by seeing that form. We were always, when we were growing up, we were told, deserve before you desire. And so Arjuna has expressed a desire in eagerness. Then he realized, wait a minute, I express my desire in all my eagerness to see the form of the Lord, but do I really deserve to see that? Then again in all humility, Arjuna says in the 4th verse, Manyase yadi tat shakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshvara tato me tvam darshayatmanam Manyase yadi tat shakyam maya drashtum. If you think it is possible for me to see, if you think that I am fit to see that form, then show me. She is not pressing. Show me the form. Arjuna, I am sorry you can't see that. I want to see it. No. Arjuna first said, in his eagerness he said, Oh Lord, I desire to see that cosmic form. That cosmic form of yours which reveals or which displays all your power and your knowledge and your valor and all your strength and all of that is revealed. I want to see that form. And then he recovers from the eagerness and says, But Lord, if you think that I am fit to see that form, then you show me. But I know that you can show me. Oh, Prabhu. He addresses Lord Krishna as Prabhu. Prabhu means what? Samartha, one who is capable. So Lord is called Prabhu. Prabhu can be called Master. Prabhu also is the one. Prabhavati is the Prabhu. One who is all the Prabhava. One who is all the strength and the power to do that. Because Lord displays 5 kinds of powers. One is called Srishti, creation. Sthiti, preserving. Samhara, destroying. Pravesha. You know the description that we hear in the Upanishads is, having created this world, he entered into that. Having created the world of names and forms, Lord entered into that. What is my enter? That means that the one who presently obtains as his limited being is none other than Lord. So having created the names and forms, he entered. Sarvani rupani vichitya dhiraha namani kritva abhivadan yadaste. Dhiraha, this wise omniscient Lord, Sarvani Rupani Vichitya, having created all the forms, Namani Krutva, assigning them names, he assumed those names, Abhivadan Yadaste, and now he obtains as declaring himself to be Devadatta, Yajnadatta, Sharma, Karvarma, etc. He alone has entered into all the forms and now manifests as such. That means he is a Pravesha. And Prashasanam, he is the ordainer of everybody. So Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Pravesha, Prashasanam. So, this Prashasanam means one who is a ruler, one who is the ordainer. And in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad that is described, where Yajnavalkya says to Maitreyi, Hey Maitreyi, it is by the rule, under the mighty rule of this Lord, that the sun and the moon are obtaining their proper place. It is by the mighty rule of the Lord, the earth and heavens also are in their proper place, that they don't fall apart, that they are where they are. That's how the whole universe is sustained. And that's how there is a harmony in the whole universe. All of this shows the Prasasanam, the mighty rule of the Lord. So he is creator, sustainer, dissolver, ruler, as well as the self of all. So one who is capable of doing all this is called Prabhu. So Lord, you are capable. You have created the world. What is there in it, I'm sure that you have the capability of showing me the form if you want. Prabhu. And what else you are? Yogeshvara. So Yogeshvara. So one who is the Lord of all the yogins. You know who is a yogi? Yogi is the one who possesses special powers. In this particular case. Yoga actually is the concentration of the mind. That's called yoga. Chitta vritti nirodha. Stoppage of all the thoughts is called yoga. But yogi also is the one who possesses various powers. You have heard of Ashtasiddhis, 8-fold powers. Anima, Laghima, the power of becoming like an atom, power of becoming big, power of becoming light, power of becoming heavy, power of going from one place to the other, power of ruling, power of fulfilling any desires. All these 8-fold powers are there. And apparently yogis, on account of the practice of yoga, they acquire some of these powers. And that's why we hear in our scriptures, also in our Puranas, that there were some yogis who created the world by on their own. So Vishwamitra is said to be the one who has created heavens. One of his disciples, Trishanku, was thrown away from the heavens. So he asked his disciple to go to heavens. There was this king Trishanku who wanted to go to heavens in this human form, which cannot be done. He wanted to go to Swarga or heaven with this body. Indra says no. Vishwamitra says no, he will come. And therefore elaborate yagas were performed and Trishanku was made to go to heavens. Indra says, why have you come in this form? He pushed him down, that's all. And so he started falling down. And therefore Vishwamitra was a bit upset. He says, my disciple has been thrown away from heavens, I'll create a new heaven. In fact, he created a new heaven for Trishanku. So yogis are also the power of creating things like that. But then, who is Lord Krishna? Yogeshwara, the one who is the Lord of all these yogis, because of whom the yogis have this power, which means that the Lord is the one who possesses all these powers in this totality. All the siddhis, all the powers one possesses in this totality is called Yogeshwara. And so, Lord, you know, you are the Antaratma, you are the self of all, you are my own self, and therefore you know what my desire is, and I know that you are capable of doing. Yogeshwara tato me tvam. Since you are Prabhu, since you are Samartha, since you are capable, therefore, tataha me tvam darshe atmanam avayam. Therefore, Lord, please show me your perennially eternal self. Show me your cosmic form, which is eternal, perennial. If you think that I deserve to see that, or I am capable of seeing it. Lord Krishna would have said, okay Arjuna, if you want to see that form, well, for 10 years, perform these penance. Go and do yoga, pranayama, this sadhana, japa, do all these things. Did Lord Krishna say that? No. This is what is called grace. No sooner, here Sant Jnaneshwar is one of the great commentators on Bhagavad Gītā, he says that look at Arjuna, how fortunate he is. There is no human being created on the earth or nobody created on the earth as yet who is as fortunate as Arjuna, who could even make request to Lord Krishna. Nobody has dared to make this kind of request to show him the cosmic form. So Lord Krishna has shown his cosmic form to some people. Lord Krishna's mother Yashoda was very fortunate or whatever to see her cosmic form. You know, once Lord Krishna was so little and apparently he was eating clay, as every child does. And that was there, the clay was smeared on his face. And mom asked him, have you eaten clay? He says, no mom, I haven't eaten clay. Oh, you have eaten? Show me your face. Then he opens his mouth. Show me your mouth. Let me see whether you eaten clay or not. He opens his mouth. And then Yashoda, the mother, looks into the mouth to see whether clay is there or not. You know what she sees? She sees the whole universe in that. In the mouth of little Lord Krishna, Mother Yashoda sees the whole universe. The earth and the sun and the stars and all of these. Just close it. Because she did not want her son to be God. She wanted her son to be son. She did not want to have God as her son. She wanted to enjoy being a mother. She didn't want to worship him. She wanted to fondle him. So asked him to close down. And then of course by grace of Lord, she forgot also that she saw this cosmic format. In the sense that thought that he is God that went away from her mind. But Lord Krishna did show. And another time also he is said to have shown his cosmic form is when he went to Duryodhana. See, Lord Krishna was so kind and so compassionate before these Pandavas that he became their messenger. He became their ambassador sort of, and went to Duryodhana and mediator rather, and to negotiate with him. And so that the war could be avoided. There was no way it could happen. And Duryodhana did not accept any condition at all. He says, give them just 5 towns, okay? Don't give them half kingdom. Says, no way. Give them just 5 towns. So each brother will have 1 town. He says, no. Give them 5 villages. So each brother can have 1 village. No. Give them 1 village. They can divide into 5. He says, no. Give them 5 houses. So each one can have 1 house. No. Give them 1 house with 5 rooms. So each one can have 1 room. No. Duryodhana refused every offer. They will not get from me the land equal to the tip of a nail. If they want anything, they will fight. And thus this fight was, it was He could not be avoided at all. And not only that, but Duryodhana ordered his attendants, come on, who is this Krishna? Come on, arrest him. At that time, Lord Krishna showed his cosmic form to Duryodhana to show him who he is, so that he may take a hint. But Duryodhana did not take the hint. But that's another time when he is said to have shown his cosmic form. But nobody has dared to request him. So Jnaneshwarji says, look, the Sanaka, Sanandana, the sages are always around the Lord, but they have never requested the Lord. The gopis are the beloved of Lord Krishna, they never even dared to ask him to show you the cosmic form. And Arjuna dares to ask Lord to show his cosmic form. The first one who has ever made the request. Lord Krishna said, forget it. Do you know who I am? Do you know? I mean, you don't deserve it. He didn't say that. No sooner Arjuna made the request, Lord Krishna says, yes, go ahead and see. What an amount of grace. Mat anugraha. Because anugraha means grace. What greater? In the 10th chapter, Arjuna said, please describe your glories in great detail. Certainly, listen from me. In the 11th chapter, Arjuna says, please show me your cosmic form. All right, see it here. That's how Lord Krishna says from the 5th verse now. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Pashyame Partha Rupani, Pashyame Partha Rupani, Shatashotha Sahasrashah, Shatashotha Sahasrashah, Nana Vidhani Divyani, Nana Vidhani Divyani, Nana Varna Krutini Cha, Nana Varna Krutini Cha. Pashya, see, Hey Partha, Pashyame Rupani, Hey Partha, Hey Arjuna, see my forms. Or some Mahatmas explain, you see this me. Me means mama, that means mine. So this me word in the first line of the verse goes with Rupani. Pashya means see, me Rupani, see my forms. But the way the construction is, Pashya me Partha. So this me means my, goes with, hey my Partha. Me Partha. Oh my Partha. Oh my friend. Oh my dear one. So, Pashya me Rupani. See my forms. Shatashaha in hundreds. Sahasrashaha in thousands. 100,000 years stands for countless. The number is not meant. Like we have this Purusha Suktam. It starts like this. Sahasrashirasha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. This cosmic person, the Lord is the one having 1,000 heads. Sahasraksha, 1,000 eyes. Sahasrapat, 1,000 legs. No, that's a wrong arithmetic. If Lord has 1,000 heads, he cannot have 1,000 eyes, he should have 2,000 eyes. And he cannot have 1,000 legs, he should have 2,000 legs. But what does he say? A Lord with 1,000 heads, 1,000 eyes, 1,000 legs. That 1,000 should mean countless. Here also, Shatashaha, Sahasrashaha. In Sanskrit, sometimes the word 100 or 1,000 is used as to denote countless. So here Arjuna, see my forms in hundreds and thousands. See my countless forms. Well, every form is my form. Nana Vidhani, of many varieties of forms. The humans are also there, animals are also there, gods are also there, demons are, all kinds of, so many species are there. Nana variety of forms you see. And of course, Swami, but these forms you see, not this. Divyani. So not the forms that you are able to see with your eyes, that you see anyway. Lord Krishna says, you see my divine form. Divya means alaukika. So whatever our eyes can see is called laukika. Lok means to see. Loka means that which is seen. Laukika is that which can be perceived by the eyes. Alaukika, that which is not available for perception to these eyes. Divyani, see those divine forms. Nana Varna Akruti Nicha. Varna means colors. Here Arjuna, see my forms having variety of colors. Some forms are red and yellow and blue and see all those different colors. Akrutini, and see the various akrutis, various shapes also. God comes in many shapes. comes in human shapes, comes in animal shapes, comes in as a lion also, comes as a monkey also, comes as a tiger also, comes as a tree also, comes as a god also. Akriti, variety of forms are there, variety of colors are there, and thus see my different forms in hundreds and thousands. See, further giving a preview rather, of what Arjuna is going to see. So Lord Krishna gives a preview. So Arjuna is ready to see those things. Further Lord Krishna says, Pasyadityan vasun rudran, Pasyadityan vasun rudran, Ashvinau marutastatha, Ashvinau marutastatha, Bahunya drishta purvani, Bahunya drishta Pasyascharyani bharata, Pasyascharyani bharata. Pashya, see again. Here actually when can you see? When you are showing. But Lord is not yet showing his forms. He says, be ready to see. Here Pashya means, be ready to see. Although Sant Jnaneshwar says that he is showing the forms. As soon as Arjuna made a request, Lord Krishna started showing his cosmic form. See my different forms, variety of forms, of different shapes, of different forms, of different colors. And having described all of this in 3 verses, then Lord Krishna realized, looking at Arjuna, then Lord Krishna found that the fellow doesn't see anything. Then he says, okay. So that is one way of interpretation. But standard interpretation is that, alright, be ready to see these things. Pasyadityan, see the gods. So Divyani Rupani, see my divine forms. See God, different gods, Adityan. See there are Aditya, the class of Devatas. There are 12 Devatas called Aditya. Vasun, another class of Devatas, 8 Vasus. Rudran, Rudra is another class of Devatas, 11. Ashvinau, another class of Devata, 2. Marutah, another class of Devatas, 49. See all of these. All of these Arjuna has heard. See, we hear all of this. At least at the time of Arjuna, all of these are very common, this is very common knowledge. Right now it may not be very common knowledge to people, but those days, when they were growing up in the Vedic tradition, this was very common knowledge. And you always wonder, how does Indra look? How does Aditya, how do they look like? So see all of them. Bahuni, Adrushta Purvani. And also Arjuna, see many wondrous things that have never been seen by you, nor seen by any human being. Adrushta Purvani. Pasyascharyani Bharata. See many wondrous things. Adrushta Purva means that which has not seen before. Arjuna, see many forms and many things that you have never seen before, nor have they been seen by any human beings. And Pasyascharyani, hey Arjuna, see many ascharya, many wondrous things also. And further, in the 7th verse, Ihaikastham jagat kritsnam, Ihaikastham jagat krishnam, Pasyadya sacharacharam, Pasyadya sacharacharam, Mama dehe gudakesha, Mama dehe gudakesha, Yacchanyad drashtumicchasi. In every verse, Lord Krishna uses this word Pasya. Yeah. So this is lot, imperative. Pasya, see. When we were children, something like they used to have those fellows used to come with a box and all kinds of slides or whatever was there inside, and we were made to see. Come on now, see Banaras, see Rishikesh, see this, see that, see the fat man, see the washerman. He will keep on rotating, and the children will see. We'll give him some 1, 5, 10 paisa or something like that, whatever it is. And see this now, okay, you see the Himalayas, see Rishikesh, see this. As he was showing us, so Lord Krishna said, see this now, come on, see Aditya, see Vasu, see Rudras. And where am I going to see all of this? Here, right here. Ekastham, right here, Mama Dehe, here Arjuna, see, you don't have to go any place to see. Because to see all of this, you'll have to take a trip. So no, you don't have to go any place. See where? Here, right here. Where? Mama Dehe, in my body. See all of this whole universe in my body. Ekastham, obtaining in one place. Pasya, Adya, right now. Because this may take years and years to see. No, see it right now. Sachara charam, charam and acharam, sentient and insentient, or moving and unmoving. Mama dehe gudakesha, he gudakesha, see it in my body. Yat chanyat dashtamikshasi, and whatever else that you want to see it off here in my body. That's how Lord Krishna also, first of all, creates a background, a preface, before showing his actual form. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo